Welcome back to News Channel 3 Live at 6 on this Friday evening. I'm Andy Dominiani.
And I'm Kate Tillotson. 25 years ago today, hundreds of people in West Michigan reported seeing strange lights in the night sky. To this day, the cause remains largely unknown.
It really is a mystery, and over the years, the case has brought a lot of national attention to us from UFO investigators. Our meteorologist Will Haenni spoke to the woman today who says she remembers Will that night very well and what she witnessed very vividly.
Yeah, Kate and Andy, this event was made famous due to the number of people that claimed to witness the lights. Residents in places like Grand Haven, Holland, and other lakeshore towns reported seeing the strange phenomenon in the night sky. Here at News Channel 3, our phones rang off the hook with people calling in their reports. It's a night many Michiganders still remember.
Yes, I was on the phone, corded phone, and I'm a pacer. And I looked out the window and the bright lights surprised me.
Cindy Pravda still lives in the same Grand Haven home 25 years later to the day.
The more I looked at it, I'm seeing 4 lights. They are like the size of the full moon.
Her story has even been featured on a cable TV series. She wasn't the only one. Several hundred reports of strange lights in the night sky started flooding local dispatch centers like the one in Ottawa County.
Have you heard anything about these lights that are flickering up here in the east-southeast area?
The dispatch center quickly contacted the National Weather Service at the time in Muskegon to see if anything was showing up on radar.
Now I'm getting multiple returns. I'm getting a third one now.
Speaking with Bill Konkoleski, director of the Mutual UFO Network's Michigan chapter, he says over 300 people witnessed the event. The organization usually receives a few hundred reports of UFOs every year, 80 to 90% of which they find explanations for. He says it's still the most notable UFO event of its kind in the last 50 years.
Pretty much knew immediately. It wasn't helicopters. It was nothing else that I could explain.
Meteorologists with the National Weather Service today said the man operating the radar at the time was still new on the job. They said a temperature inversion, a layer of warm air a few thousand feet above the Earth's surface, could have been the culprit for the strange returns on radar, something called ground clutter. That being said, some of the visual reports are still hard to fully explain. Live in the newsroom, meteorologist Will Haenni, News Channel.
Well, the night of March 8th, 1994 is one many people in our area remember. It was a cold and clear night when our newsroom phones began ringing off the hook with reports of strange lights in the sky and in and around Ottawa County. Meteorologist Will Haenni joins us live now with an interesting follow-up on that mysterious night. Hey, Will.
Yeah, hey there, Kate. Behind me, you're looking at video we shot back in March 2019. On the 25-year anniversary, I interviewed Cindy Pravda in Grand Haven. You may even remember, she says on March 8th, 1994, she saw 4 balls of light in the sky just behind her home. She says they were there for about 15 minutes, then completely vanished. Now, just recently, a now retired National Weather Service meteorologist reached out to me. He says he was manning the radar that night. Now, Jack Bouchong says he's more comfortable speaking about the events after the Department of Defense declassified a series of videos which the Pentagon says portray unidentified aerial phenomenon. That cold night in early March, he received a call from Ottawa County Dispatch. After fielding over 60 reports of strange lights in the sky, the dispatcher wanted to know if Bouchong could see anything on weather radar. It turns out he could. He saw several objects moving in what he described as a geometric pattern.
While I was watching it, it just stopped and started hovering for a while. And then it shot up about 5,000 feet, then 10,000 feet. I was getting it, and then just straight up. At this point, the police officer was saying that he was seeing the same thing with that same object, and as I was trying to describe where the objects were, it was they were just moved. There was just moving so fast, and 2 more started coming into play there that I really had little time to actually describe where they were before they had moved and jumped again.
Yeah, if you want to hear more of Bashang's accounts from that night, head on over to this story on the homepage of WWMT.com right now. There we break down a little more behind the radar observations that he made, and you can also read about how information the Navy declassified earlier this year about UFOs compares to this infamous night in West Michigan. Meteorologist Will Haenni, News Channel 3.
Well, cool stuff.